It's sound in a box. Stick around. All right, guys, the Texan II from Gator-Rc has finally made its debut outside. It is time to check out the sound system in this thing. I already am smiling because the thing sounds amazing. I owe it all to MrRCSound.com. If you guys haven't ever put a sound system in anything, this is my first. I want you to head over there and check it out. This is the version 4.1 unit with 2 of the TT25 sound transducers or speakers. It absolutely sounds amazing. It was very easy to set up and use, but the cool factor, the smile factor is off the charts. Listen to the way this thing sounds. So just sitting here, all right, we got nothing, and we're gonna go ahead and take it off of our throttle lock.
Motor throttle active.
And put it into our idle, and that'll kick it up.
Motor idle.
If that ain't just plain crazy, I don't know what is. I love it. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I enjoy being just plain crazy, man. It is what it is. It's Brendan. I am down here in the lair. Thanks again for joining me. And I got something cool for you guys. It is exactly what I said it is. It is a sound system in a box. This thing comes from Mr. RC Sound. You can check this thing out over at MrRCSound.com. There's a couple different versions of sound systems the guy has to offer you, but I thought, what better for this super cool Texan II project from Gator-Rc than to throw in the best sound system out there in the market, and probably one of the only sound systems out there in the market. But let's do the unboxing. I want to show you guys what's in here. Let's talk about it. All right, guys, I am so stoked it is finally here. This is one of 2 cool things that I have been waiting to do to the T-6A Texan II from Gator-Rc. Remember I said we customize our balsa ARFs? Well, this is one of 2 things that I'm going to do to it. This, my friends, is the version 4.1 sound system from Mr. RC Sound. I want to open it up firsthand with you guys, check this stuff out, show you what's inside and what we have. So we have good packaging in here to keep it nice and tight. We're going to pull out the first speaker box, if you want to call them speakers in parentheses, right? The TT25 transducer sound unit. And we have another box in here. So he had it all bundled up so it wasn't banging around with the bubble wrap. We'll get that out over there. We'll pop this thing open. Again, why did I want to do this? Guys, this is going to be a turboprop plane. All right. Obviously, I'm not putting a turbine in it. I went electric on this thing. And the whole reason I decided to do that, because it would be cool as can be to put a turboprop sound system in it. And that thing is on here. So there's a lot this thing does. Let's open it up and see what's in here. Looks like we have a disc. The disc has instructions on the back, PDF format, some pictures. And inside of here, we have what looks to be our TT25. So I did get 2 of these. All right, it comes with one. The other one I got as an additional. But this is not your typical speaker, as it doesn't have a coil. It needs to be sealed against the actual plane in order to produce sound. So this whole system only weighs like 2.5 ounces, which is really cool. So what I'm going to do is actually use that 2.5 ounces in my favor should I need it to balance out that Texan. All right. What else do we have in here? Because you can put this stuff anywhere. So this should be the soundboard. And the inside we have a soundboard here. Unravel some of the wires from it. Everything's really nicely wrapped to protect it. And it looks like we have a feed wire and then some Velcro for mounting. And that's everything that's in there. So let's get this stuff out the way. Super cool speaker. And it looks like we're going to have to Y-harness our throttle. All right, that's not a big deal. And then this thing is going to get fed power. Now, in this unit, this does anywhere from 3S to 8S. He also has an Aspire sound system that's like an even newer version yet. The Aspire has different sounds on there, so if you want Pratt & Whitney, like Homing engine, Merlin engines, depends what you're looking for, turbine engine sounds. This thing has the ability to sequence LEDs with gun sounds, radio communication chatter, all kinds of cool stuff. But we're primarily going to use this thing for our engine startup and that cool turboprop turbine startup sound. So this thing has, it's a pretty simplistic design. It's made to mount with the Velcro that came in the back. So we'll find a spot to mount that in there. We'll try and put these in by our CG. We're going to try and balance the plane here first to see where that's going to fall before I do the final install on those things. But again, it just simply 2.5 ounces. It's not going to add a lot to this plane other than the cool effect. So here's another speaker that I got. We can add duals in there. And then you can see how he's got speaker in parentheses because it's not your typical speaker. So since we were advised, follow the instructions first, that's what we're going to go ahead and do. Now, one of the other cool features about this thing that I just want to point out, this thing has a lost plane alarm too. So if you're out in the bean field, man, and you've lost your plane after like 3 minutes of not receiving a throttle response, this thing will start to emit a tone. And that is kind of used as a lost signal finder. So I hope I never need it, but it is a cool feature. Again, one of two cool items right here. You can find this stuff over at www.mrrcsound.com. Check out the version 4.1 sound system. I'm going to do the install with you guys, and of course, we're going to check it out afterwards. But again, that thing is going to be one of two cool items going in our T-6A Texan II from Gator-Rc. So I hope you guys hop over to the YouTube channel, check that stuff out. Keep you know, up to date over on our Facebook pages, on our member page, and also the Just Plain Crazy official page. But go over and check out a sound system, guys. They are awesome, and I can't wait to fire it up. Let's get to work. All right, everybody, I am super stoked. It is time to get in this sound system from Mr. RC Sound. In order to mount these transducers or speakers, we have to go ahead and install them. On this aircraft, we're going to have to put them in the back. Ideally, it'd be nice to have them up there by the engine, but because of balance issues, I need them at the rear part of the plane towards the saddle here, and I'm going to use the weight of the two transducers to my benefit. To do this, what we have to do is we're going to get some thick CA, and we're going to put it here around this ring. We're going to take some accelerator and we're going to spritz up everything over there. And then I'm going to go ahead and mount these so that way I can slide my circuit board underneath this servo tray and get everything mounted in there. So let's go ahead and get this thing going. Now the goal is here, I don't want so much of this stuff that it eats up the whole plane or the transducer. Just get a nice little layer on there. And then I'm going to go ahead, keep the transducer away, and going to give that a spritz in there and give it a second to calm down. And then we're going to slide this transducer down into that hole. And we're going to hold it nice and firm and let that thing cure up in there. And that should be really good, really quick. And we are going to repeat the process for the other side. I think we're going to go ahead and tilt this thing just a little bit more to make it easier for us to see and work on. Make sure you guys can see down in there. Again, we're going to go ahead and get the thick CA going. Get a spritz. Let it give a nice hold right there. Awesome. And now the wiring, we're going to go ahead and hook the wiring up to the circuit board, and we're going to fish the circuit board underneath, and we're going to mount these. Now the red, you're going to see a left and right speaker. Both the reds are going to go forward in this case. So we're going to put that one there, and we're going to put the other one right there, but both reds are going to go that direction towards this power lead, and then this one is going to go to our receiver, or I should say wide off of our throttle. Let's get to it. All right, guys, you gotta listen to this sound system. So everything is in here, hooked up. Speakers are installed. The TT25s are all hooked up. Now, what I did is I basically just made a jumper and used the two outside pins that connect to the balance port on my battery. So we're going to go ahead and hook that up.
Airplane 5.
And you hear that it initializes the sound system with mode 5. Which is what we are going to use. I have a throttle kill, I have an active throttle, and then I have a throttle idle that I use for electric aircraft. So as soon as we start this in idle, you're gonna hear this. Dude, this is so loud. This is awesome. Just wait.
Motor throttle active.
And there is the shutdown. That is so awesome. I can't wait to get this outside and with the wings and everything on and hear it. There you have it, guys. There's the wrap up of our sound system and our install from Mr. RC Sound. Go over, again, check them out. If you liked it, like it. If you didn't like it, make sure you hit that thumbs down button twice for me, all right? Like, share, subscribe, all that great stuff. When you hit that bell notification, make sure you select all to get all of my content. Lots more cool builds on the way. I'm really looking forward to it. You guys are just plain crazy. Thanks for joining me.